everybody! Today I have for you an unboxing first impressions video that I have promised. I actually unboxed the box yesterday evening that I filmed this video in Greek, but it was very late and I was very tired, so I decided to film the English one today. I have not really tried the products, and it's still a first impressions video. I just have taken them out of the box and opened and just saw them a bit. This is about a Zoeva brass set. Zoeva is a German company. It's really known for excellent brushes in really good price, and I had never in the past tried any of their products, any of their brushes, and I was very excited when I heard that the Fashion Pupa online store brought them in Switzerland. Unfortunately, Zoeva delivers all over Europe except Switzerland, and it was really cool to know that we can get them now from the Fashion Pupa online store. I ordered them like a few days, maybe 2 days after she put them online, and everything came in this huge, wonderfully packed box. I'm always very happy. I will have down below the link of the Fashion Pupa store, and if you're in Switzerland, you all know her. She's great. She's making YouTube videos in German, so I will have her links down below. In case you know German, you certainly need to check her out. And she has a really big online store where she has brought a lot of brands here in Switzerland that it's not easy to find them. We can order many of them from other online stores outside of Switzerland, but the problem is that most of the times the taxes that you have to pay, the customs that you have to pay to order big orders from outside of Switzerland are crazy. So this is the box that everything came with, a nice Fashion Pupa mail address, and everything came so protected. I have here a ton of protective material all over my floor also from yesterday. I have not managed to clean everything up, and it came in here. It was wrapped in a very beautiful pink paper with a really nice for you sticker, really beautiful. And before I just go on to the product, I will tell you what else was in there. So a very cute little heart chocolate. I mean, we are in Switzerland, and she had some of her business cards that I find really nice, and here it has all the brands that she has brought in the online shop. Really cool. You can find Sleek, you can find Bariem, Real Techniques, Milani. I'm preparing a post, maybe it's already up when I will upload this video, on some Milani products that I have found from the Fashion Pupa store, and the balm. Really nice. And always it has a handwritten note, and Nicole is generally really sweet, and that was a really cool one. Because of the holidays, there is a 15% off my next order, and that's actually really cool. So in case you're doing your holiday shopping, this is something that we could take advantage of. And also there is a gift with purchase that is inside, and it's from the company Cosmetic Cosmo. This is a German company. I have never tried in the past something else from this. I think there was a lip gloss. I don't know if it's the same one. Actually, I have a lip gloss. Yes, I have it here. So I have an older lip gloss, and here is a new one from a previous order, and you can see they're all very glittery. So the one that I had today, it's called, it's not easy to read it, Mädchentraum, okay, and it's very shiny and glittery, but it doesn't feel completely disgustingly sticky for lip gloss. That's not a bad thing. And since I'm swatching them, I will also swatch you the previous one I had that unfortunately it's impossible to read because it's really dark and the writing is very tiny and it's very difficult for me. I will try to find out which one it is and put it down below, but it's a darker shade that it's also really glittery. Oh, this one I actually like much more. So let's forget the glitter glosses. It was a really nice gesture of her to put a gift with purchasing. Let's go to my actual order. And my actual order was, I decided to go grand. So I decided that I have never ordered a complete brush set from any company, although I own a ton of brushes. I'm a bit of a brush addict actually, and I use them all the time. I really rarely, if I can use a specific brush for something, and I will always choose that from using my hands or using a multitasker brush, I will use the specific one. So I have a lot of brushes, but not a complete brush set from a company, so I got the Makeup Artist Zoeva bag set. And it came also wrapped like that with a sticker from Zoeva sealed, and it looks great. It looks like that. So it comes with a bag. I will have the links down below. The bag also is sold separately, certainly in the Zoeva store, but I think also in the Fashion Puma store. I will have everything down below, and this is really a very cool bag. The material looks very soft and very sturdy. It has 3 zippers with 3 spaces to put stuff in. It has the Zoeva brand name here and the logo that it's Color Love Makeup, and I will now open it and show you how is it from inside. So the first, it has the protective sleeves, and the first part looks like that. Has 2 zipped up mesh compartments. This is like a plastic mesh, and here there are 3 more plastic compartments that they don't zip up, but you can put stuff in. Actually, there is more space in these 3 than in the mesh one, and these look like they can really store big products and quite a lot of products. I will continue with the second part. So the second compartment, as I know already from yesterday that I opened the bag, is the one that comes with the brushes in. So the brushes come in here, and I'm just letting them here aside for a few moments until I finish showing you the bag. And this is the second compartment, and you can see that here this is the space where you can store your brushes when you're traveling. It has 8 big slots like that where you can put a face brush or several eye brushes in it, and here it has 3 more big compartments where you can store a lot of brushes together or put some other objects that you want to hold in place. What I really like is that it's lined, but this transparent plastic that makes it very sturdy, very safe, travel proof, and this is actually a very cool thing. This bag really looks, and this compartment is maybe the biggest one. You can really store a lot of stuff in, and you don't have to worry about spilling and anything, because with that plastic it's really protected. And the last, no, this is the first that I show you already, sorry. And the last, third compartment comes like that. and you can see it has 3 pockets that looks like that. They're very big. They can have in a ton of big stuff, and they close with a clip, and they are also from this plastic, hard plastic, very sturdy, transparent material. I really love that. And what I really also like is that you can put eye pencils or lip pencils here. There are a few of these kind of slots, or even eye brushes, and then there are a few of these slots like that. I don't know exactly what I would put in here. I would think of putting a tube of lipstick, but they look a tiny bit smaller, so I'm not even sure that I can fit some. I can certainly fit lip glosses there though. So this is the bag. The actual bag alone at the Zoeva store retails for 45 euros. I got this set 240 something francs, but in euros is 185, and I will have the links and the prices below, so I will not continue talking about prices. I will just say that I calculated it, and I calculated that you really save around 1/3 of the price if you get the set than if you get the bag plus the brushes separately. So I think I had calculated that in euros, and I will have the calculations down below. I either saved 100 francs or 100 euros. I know it's very different, but still it's a lot of money, even if it's just 100 francs. So I like the bag, and I had already heard some positive reviews from this bag because a friend of mine, and that is a blogger from Greece, got that as a gift to a friend, and she also wants to get it for herself. So I'm really looking forward to use it for traveling. I think that for a makeup artist, because I'm not a makeup artist, that would be even better, and it's not a huge thing. It's really easy to carry, it's very sturdy, and you can go and have all the things you need for a job with you in here. And now the brushes. So they come in that plastic sleeve. I find that really nice and really elegant that they have it like that. It's a Ziploc one, and it's a semi-transparent plastic bag. I'm actually planning to use that a lot, and it just has a Zoeva print in it, and inside comes with 25 brushes, face brushes and eye brushes. So I will start with the face brushes, and I will guide you through, show them a bit to you, and so that you will see what the set contains and give you a first impression on what I think, on how they look and feel. And of course this is not a review. I have never used these brushes. I need to clean them up and then start using them for a few weeks. I cannot really say that I can have an opinion or a review opinion on a brush like after a couple of uses. So I will need to use them for a few weeks or a few months, and if you're interested after that, I could do a review. Then I can even put that on the blog, or you will certainly see these brushes in some of my next month's favorites or not favorites videos, because I mean, I will start using them a lot, and I will see if I really like them or not. So I can see here 11 face brushes, and I will start. I try to keep them in their plastic packaging, although I opened them yesterday a bit for, as I said, for the Greek version of this video, but now I will take them out and show them even better to you. So the first one I got, I'm not showing them in any particular order, is number 106, and it is a powder brush. Most of them, or all of them, they come at least in this plastic, the protective one, so they're not just thrown in the bag like that. And a lot of them, especially the face brushes, have also a protective. These ones sometimes I keep, sometimes they come in handy when you travel, so I will keep these, but not the plastics, of course. And this is the powder brush. So let's first start talking with the handles. All the handles are like that. They are a bit shiny, they are black, quite classical and elegant. They have the Zoeva name in. I like the fact that it is not just stamped, but it's also, you can feel it when you touch it, because I have gotten brushes, and really expensive brushes, where the name was just a painted stamp and it just rubbed off after a few uses. And I have an example, I mean it's not the new ones, but from I have a previous Makeup Forever Kabuki, an excellent brush, one of my favorites. There is no name. After a month of use, there was no name on it. But I really like how these ones look, and they have the Color Love Makeup logo here, and also they have the number and the name of the brush. I could live without that, but it's certainly helpful when you want to show them to people. Otherwise, it's a relatively shorter handle than other face brushes in the set. And this is the powder brush. It's quite a normal size one, not very big. I have seen much bigger powder brushes. It's actually around the size of the Real Techniques blush brush, but it's more open like a powder brush. It's amazingly soft. This is something that I noticed, and actually this is something that I will tell you for nearly all the brushes in the set. It's really, really soft. I like how it feels. I don't know right now if all the brushes are synthetic or if there are some brushes with natural bristles, but I will have all this information down below in the info box. In general, this looks like a typical powder brush and a very soft one, so I'm looking forward to use it, because I had really bad experiences in the past from powder brushes, and I really hope that this would be a good one. I continue with two brushes that they are 125 and 122, and they look very similar. They come like that. This also had the protective one, but it was really stuck and I had to cut it open yesterday. So this is the stippling brush, and this is, I told you that they are really, really stuck sometimes. This is the petite stippling one. So they come like that, and they are very similar. That's why I'm showing them together. Of course, the big one is also longer and it has a fatter handle. And they are both stippling brushes. You can see like that. This is like the typical stippling brush of many companies, also like the MAC one, 187 if I remember correctly. And it's actually quite dense, but of course as a stippling brush not so much. So in the past I loved these brushes for my makeup. I have not used them so much for putting foundation the last few years. I prefer them for putting cream products on my cheeks, so I like them a lot for blush. And the smaller sizes I like a lot. I don't remember the MAC version of that, the number. I really like for cream highlighter. This is really good. So these are really nice with cream products. I actually think that the petite one, it's a bit more dense, which is actually good. The only other stippling brush I have besides the MAC one is the e.l.f. one, and that is one of my least favorites, because it's really not dense at all and you can barely put anything with it. I think you can use that for foundation if it's something that you're used and you like, and if it's something that you love the 187 MAC brush for, but I prefer to use them for cream blush. I will also try it for foundation. Before I do a more full review for that, I will try them for many uses to see what I think about them. I will continue again with two similar brushes. So these are the 103 defined buffer and the 104 buffer brush. So they are also very big, and you will see the 104 and immediately you will have a very known brush in mind. So this is very similar with the F80 brush from Sigma. This is their most known brush, and this is their flat top kabuki brush. It feels very similar. It is softer, but it's also really a bit less dense, and I don't know how it will work, but these kind of brushes are my favorite brushes to put on foundation, and I love my F80 two pieces. I love it so much, and I love all the Kabuki Sigma brushes actually, to be honest, and I like them a lot. And certainly I hope that this would work similarly or even better, you never know. So this is one that I'm really happy to have in the set. And the Defined buffer brush that also comes with the protective is like that. It's a bit smaller and longer, but this one is like the latest Sigma brush, the one that it's flawed but angled, and this is the only one I don't have from that set, so I really wanted to order it at the point, but I'm happy that I can try this version now from Zoeva and see what I think. So this is another flat top actually Kabuki brush, but it's more angled, so it can help better maybe with your small areas around the nose. Looking forward to use it a lot. I'm continuing with two more similar brushes. So these are very different in size but very similar in logic, I think. And the 110 is the Face Shape, and the 142 is the concealer buffer. So the Face Shape looks like that. They both look like that. The concealer one, it's longer, and you can see that they're pretty domed shape. This one reminds me incredibly of a small travel size Sephora brush that I have gotten, and I really love. I got it from Sephora US, and I don't think it's one of the brushes that are available in Europe, unfortunately, and it's really nice to buff details. This is actually called Face Shape, so I don't know if they mean that you can use it for contouring and highlighting your face, but I love this small size buff type brushes, and it is quite dense, amazingly soft. I don't even like, I want to take these brushes and just start rubbing them all over my face, but I need to wash them first. So, and the concealer buffer brush, this is a really cool one. I love concealing, I love concealer brushes, and this reminds me a lot of the P82, which is the rounded one, but it is a bit more domed, longer hair, and a bit softer and not so dense. I want to see how it will buff my concealer differently, because lately I like using a beauty sponge for my concealer, but still I always love brushes more than sponges. I am that type of person. I love brushes. I have 4 more face brushes here. They are all white. I like white brushes. I like the fact that you can see when they're really clean, especially if they really can clean nicely and easily. And first I have here the Lux Sear Chic 127. As you can see, it's a classic shaped angled cheek brush. You can use it for blush, you can use it sometimes even for contouring. I love it a lot for blush. I have the F40 for Sigma. They look very similar, and I'm sure that this will get a lot of use. Next I have the next 3 brushes was maybe among the brushes that made me want this set more than anything. I really want to try this one, and it's 129 Lux Face Paint. It's one of the most unique brushes. You will find very few brushes like that in the market, and it looks like that. It's also a bit shorter than the other ones, and I love that. That's a contouring brush. It reminds me a lot the Ita brush from NARS in the logic for the use. It is though less dense, and it's also much softer because the Ita brush is not so soft, and also you can see here that it is more feathered out because the Ita brush is more pinched, and you can make a very precise line, but with this one maybe you can blend it a bit better and have a more natural result with less effort, because you can have a very natural result also with the Ita brush. I love my Ita brush. I think it's brilliant. Since I got it this summer, I'm using it all the time, and if they work similarly, I would be very happy to have two brushes with this logic in my collection. Next, I have two also similar brushes, the Lux Face Definer number 101 and the 105 Lux Highlight. So they come like that in their protected cases, and they are like that, different sizes, but they are both these domed but not round tip brush. They are pinched and they have this corner here. That looks brilliant. I have not had something similar in my collection, at least for the face. So these just remind big versions of some typical eye brushes. I really want to try this for highlight and for many other uses to see what it would be better for me on my face. And this one, the same. I actually want to see what would be the best use for me to use that. I don't know if that would be also good for contouring and what else I can do with that, but they are so amazingly soft and they look so different that I want to try them out. Next, we have all the eye brushes that, if I can calculate correctly, they are 14 left to go through. I'm starting with the two that I care less. So this is the 317 Wing Liner and the 312 Detail Liner. If you are a subscriber for long, you know that I'm not really the eyeliner type. I prefer to use a lot of eyeshadows for my makeup. I like colored eyeliner or glitter eyeliner, but that's not something that I wear every day, so I'm not the typical wing liner girl, but we all need a few liner brushes. So this is actually very similar with the angled eyeliner brush from MAC, that it's my favorite eyebrow brush, but this is just a bit softer, and I think that's the reason that I will still love my MAC one better for my brows than this. So I will try it. I will also try it for eyeliner to see what I think. And here is the detailed eyeliner brush. At first I thought that I would check my Sigma kit to see if I have something similar, because I have a detailed eye brush kit from Sigma with really small brushes for details, but I haven't seen something like that in it. So that's also really cool, especially for the people that love using eyeliner and want to make it a bit different and to do some designs. I think this would be a really cool brush. Next, okay, so since we were talking about brows, this kit also has a specific brow line brush. It's 322 and I have never seen a brush like that. It looks really, really weird. So it looks like that. It's really short. I mean, here you're afraid that you will damage your face with the metal part. If you just start hitting the brush in your face, you will do that, of course. And it's so wide. I cannot imagine how this will actually, let me show you. so much wider than my brow. I cannot imagine how this will work, but that makes me also more excited to try how this will work, because if you do a thing like that on purpose, you really think that you have a good idea. And the good thing is that it is dense. If you compare it with the eyeliner brush, this is much harder and denser than that, and that's actually something that always helps with making your eyebrows look more defined. I have another short hair brush. This is the 226 smudger brush. I love smudger brushes. This is a bit big. You will notice, and I will say that for most of the brushes in the eye set, most of them are kind of big. I really cannot imagine what kind of eyelids and eyes they had in mind when they decided to make these brushes. But on the other hand, I don't mind, because I have, as I said, a precise kit, and this has really tiny brushes for small details, and they're brilliant, but they take so much time to do your eyes. But with this thing, I believe you will be able to smudge your eyeliner quite quick, and I think it would be really, really nice. I like smudger brushes. Next I have, okay, these are quite interesting. I have 4 brushes here that they are all shader brushes, and I have first the typical Lux all over shader 222, which is this huge shader brush. I mean, it is bigger than my nail. Yes, I'm not wearing any nail polish, really not a common phenomenon, but I'm not. So this is really, really big, and I think that would be perfect. I have a similar one, a travel kit one, in this size from MAC, that is my bigger eye brush, and it's really nice to, when you want to put a light shadow all over your lid, or if you want to use it as a base, and then I think it's perfect because you can do it very, very quickly and nicely. But then they have a smaller one, which is the Lux Smoky Shader, and this is the 234, and this is much fluffier and softer than this. This is more dense, this is much smaller, and this would be perfect to use for smoky eye, or even more detailed putting of the shadow. They have the 237 detail shader, and you can see the difference in the sizes. This really reminds me of something that could be in that Sigma detail kit. It's a bit dense, really nice. I'm sure that I cannot have enough eye brushes. I mean, for my everyday makeup I will use at least 3 to 4 eye brushes, so it's nice to have a lot. And this is the cream shader 233, longer, harder. I'm sure this is synthetic. You can feel it for sure that this could not be natural bristles. It reminds me a lot the feel that the Urban Decay brushes that came in the Naked palettes, or also in other palettes, give. And I love these brushes for cream shadows. I also use them for cream shadows, these specific ones, the Urban Decay ones. And they're also good for glitter eyeshadows and for pigments. So this will certainly get a lot of use too. I am continuing. We have a few more left. I really hope that you like eye brushes, otherwise this would be a very, very boring video for you. And I have 6 more. So I will show you first 3. I will show you the Lux Soft Definer Crisp Brush and Lux Soft Crisp Brush. They look like that. This is the Crisp Brush 228. It has a really, really nice domed but pointy shape. This is really soft, very nice for the eye. And very similar is the Lux Soft Crisp Brush, but you will see here that this is, that's why it's also, maybe it's called soft. This is not so pointy, this is really feathered out, and it can give a softer effect when you blend and you put color in the crease. So these are really nice. I love crease and blending brushes so much. And next, as I said, is 227 Lux Soft Definer, and this is even much feathered out. This is actually a similar brush with the 217, the classic brush from MAC, and there is a same classic one from Sigma. These are among my favorite brushes. I can have 100 brushes like that. I will still consider them important to have. So very nice. And the last three brushes, really nice detailed brushes. I'm very excited about them. The one is the 223 Petite Eye Blender. Who doesn't love eye blending brushes? Very, very dense, really small, really nice for the details. And then I have the 231 Lux Petite Crease, and you can see that it's like that black one. It's domed and pointy, but it's much smaller for details. And then I have my last one, which is the Lux Pencil Brush 230. They look very similar, but this is shorter and pointier and really nice for pencil type details. These were all the brushes. I have put them back here, and my first impression is that they are amazingly soft and they look really well made. I have not seen any type of hair really falling out when I just rub them all over my face, hands or whatever. I actually think that this is quite brilliant. I am very happy as a first impression, at least, from this purchase. I'm really happy from the customer service from Fashion Pupa store, and I will certainly order more stuff. I will put them in the try, and you will certainly hear a lot about them in the next few months. Remember that I have a giveaway running on my channel. I will have the link down below. I'm giving away a Smashbox On The Rocks palette from the holiday collection. I really, really love that palette. I think it's great, and I will have the link with the review of the palette and the giveaway video down below. And if you liked this video, certainly, first of all, I would like you to write me down below. Have you ever tried Zoeva brushes? What is your opinion? Do you have any suggestions? Is there any amazing Zoeva brush that I have not gotten and it's not in the kit that you think that I really must have? Or another Zoeva product? I have heard really good things about their eyeshadow palettes. I've seen some really cool ones. Should I try one of these next time that I will order? Leave me your suggestions, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon with the next video. Bye bye!